Hey everybody, it's Draco. Welcome back to Draconian Wellness. I hope you're doing okay. I know it's the holidays, things can be kind of stressful, so I wanted to talk about that today and kind of have a mental health conversation about things you can do to avoid toxicity and stress during the holidays. And I know it can be a really crazy time during this time of year for people. And I have some really helpful topics I've gotten and collected over the years from different people and myself, and just trial and error. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's just get into it. I mean, one of the first things that you can do during the holidays, with all the added pressure and stress with the marketing and the shopping and these expectations you put on yourself, I'm going to be talking about all these different topics in no particular order. So if the video doesn't make logical, chronological sense, or et cetera, whatever the word I'm looking for is, apologies. But one of the things I think you can really do is having some realistic expectations and goals for yourself. I think there's a lot of big ideas and things with Christmas, with the decorations and with the shopping and the toys and these expectations that are put on you through social media or the news, or these advertisements, right? With all these like perfect situations, with the perfect holidays and the perfect presents and the perfect tree and the perfect lighting, and everybody's happy, and we all know life's not really like that all the time, right? And so I think you need to have some realistic expectations about how much time do you have, how much finances do you have, and things like that. And what's realistic as far as, oh my gosh, is this actually going to get here in time because of the shipping and things like that? So, it's convenient to be able to order some things on Amazon, but at the same time, there's the stress. There's there's a pro and con to everything, whether you're going to the store or Amazon and things like that. So I think you need to take all these things into account and come up with a simple plan for yourself, and with some realistic expectations of what you're trying to accomplish for the holiday season. Like, what is the most important to you for the holiday season? And what do you value the most? Don't get caught up in all the hysteria and hunting down gifts and the stress. It's supposed to be a nice time of year where we're friendly to each other. And I honestly wish it wasn't 1 month out of the year. I think we should be being generous and loving to each other all throughout the year. So try to set those realistic expectations off the bat, and don't get caught up in everything. And unfortunately, number two is, kind of avoiding certain family and friends. So certain people get a certain way around this time of year, and this is for all religions and all faiths, not just Christmas. Like, everybody has different holidays, from Hanukkah and you name it. And I think there can be some added pressures with everything, whether it's the cooking, the preparation, the having everyone over, the house cleaning. And so again, it kind of goes back to having that realistic goal where you set out what means the most to you, and having a plan. Not having a plan is planning to fail. And if you have a plan and you've made a realistic plan, you really can set yourself up for success and some good mental health during the holidays. So back to kind of avoiding some family members and friends. Some people have really crazy expectations, or maybe they're toxic, or maybe they have a different religion than you, or they put these unrealistic expectations or demands on you and your family. And maybe those people just don't need to be around during the holidays. And that's part of your realistic plan that you set up for yourself is, we're going to have these people over, or we're going to do this many guests. And I know that can be difficult, but in the end, I think it'd be really, really healthy for you to just unfortunately avoid certain people if you have to. And these are the two really most important things I can say right now. So, and two of the other really important things I want to go over. So avoiding certain family members and friends, having realistic expectations, but avoiding the holiday hysteria, and not getting up in the social media and peer pressure. We talked about that too. So let's talk about some things you can do for free that maybe don't cost money. Maybe finances are an issue. So some free things you can do with the family. I mean, this is supposed to be about a loving time of year, and we're with family and making some good memories, taking some time off from our busy schedules and work. So some free things you can do are like sitting by the fire, watching holiday movies, making hot cocoa, baking things together, reading Christmas stories together, or whatever holiday tradition or Hanukkah stories you do at this time of year, or whatever it is in your faith. Or maybe you're just taking some time off, or if you don't celebrate any of this, you have time off. These are all free things that you can do with the family. Everything from making, a little log fire together, or doing something fun outside. These are all things that you can do. Going into the snow and just playing, maybe make a snow trip. Maybe you don't do the tree and the presents and all that, and you can make a snow trip. Snow trips are great and they're fun. And so I know this year for us, to give you some realistic examples, we have some issues. So there's certain family members that have had financial troubles or have moved, and there's other things going on. And so we've kind of had to do, instead of having the big family event where everybody's opening mass presents and everybody's there, and we'll go to the other person's house and we do presents, and we come back to our house and do presents. It's not going to be like that this year for my son, unfortunately, and my family. So this year is going to be just like us. So I had to kind of also look at, there's also some financial stress too. So I had to look at what meant the most to him. So like, I know he really wants like a piano, which is a high dollar item, and things like that. So like this year is going to be different. So I focused on just the 3 things that he kind of wants the most. Maybe we can get the piano and then a couple of the little Lego sets, and he loves popcorn and chocolate and other things, and kind of just do that, and not make the focus just presents, and really try to, my children are young. I mean, I have like a 5-month-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. And so I'm trying to teach them to not make the focus the presents all the time. I know it's the favorite part, and the cherry on top for everybody, but like, I'm trying to instill in them that all these other things with the stories and the reading and the holiday movies and all these things are, being together, going to the snow, sitting by the fire, making hot cocoa. The children love these things too. And so trying to make it more of a thing like that, and not so much present focused, can help with the finances. And also during all of this, things get stressful. So I'm, again, in no particular order, just as things come to my mind. I hung the lights and all that and stuff. And sometimes you're stressing about decorations or whatnot if you celebrate that, and there was a windstorm 2 days later and it broke a bunch of my lights. And so if you don't have the time to get up there, you don't have the time. Fortunately, I found some time and I got up there and I found the broken bulbs and fixed them. But just, stuff can get crazy and things can come up, is my point. Like the present gets damaged, or the lights get destroyed, or there's a storm, or someone gets hurt, or whatever. Don't put so much stress on yourself for the holidays. Take time for yourself. Take time for yourself. Don't waste time anywhere else doom scrolling on social media or anything, but use that time instead to take time for yourself and meditate or breathe, or work on your plan, or re-alter your plan, your successful plan for the holidays, your realistic plan, please. And write it out, make it simple and plain, but have a simple and a simple plan, but make it strong plan. So, and food. Maybe you're on a diet during the holidays and you're stressed and worried about that. We could talk about that a little bit. So, a few big meals is not gonna get you. If anything, it's kind of a nice little carb reload, system shock, calorie cycling type time. So if you're worried about losing, the abs and the muscle and all this stuff, and gaining the weight or whatever, if you're a person that's worried about that, don't worry about it. It's just a couple meals. You're going to be fine. Don't stress on that either. If you're dieting, people stress about all kinds of things during the holidays, whether it's the light or the presents or finances or stress or family or, oh gosh, Aunt Heather's coming, or whatnot, or my diet or this and that, So just really focus on what you value the most for the holidays. And if anything, you'll get a metabolism boost out of that, a couple good meals. So, why do we only have holiday spirit 1 month a year? I think we really need to bring that up again. I hope that everyone carries it out throughout the year. We should always be looking out for each other and loving each other. And I know it's hard, and I know we get caught up in all of these things, but remember, we should all be helping each other. We're all one, and not to sound like, crazy hippie tree hugging or anything like that, but I really hope we get back to being a more loving, helpful, species of people, right? And so just remember, you're enough, you're strong enough, you're good enough, the decorations are good, you're doing your best. And if you have a plan, you've applied yourself and you've tried, the holiday season is a perfect time to reflect on our blessings and seek out ways to make life better for those around us. And sometimes the best holiday gift, or whatever holiday you celebrate, or just this time of year, the best thing to do is remember what you've already got, and to show gratitude and love for things that money can't buy. And there's a lot of other problems going on in the world. You have your health, you have your family, you have the opportunity and freedom to work on things, especially if you're in America. And I wish everyone the best and the happy holidays, and I hope this helps. And remember, Every piece of the universe, even the tiniest little snowflake, the little snow crystal, it matters somehow. You have a place in this universe and in this world, okay? We all do. And if that matters, you definitely matter. Happy holidays.